For mat work step 2, this is what our setup is going to look like. So you're going to need a neutral helper, someone who your dog knows and preferably isn't going to get excited about. And you are going to have your dog on her mat, relaxed and situated in a way that she can look over to the helper and then move to look towards you when she gets the treat. So we don't want her back to the helper. We also don't want her staring straight at the helper. Now, I have 4 cones set up here. The orange cone is just the neutral cone. So when my helper is on that cone, nothing happens. And then what happens is when my helper approaches the first cone, so the first few reps were at the yellow cone, which is the one that's furthest away, it becomes open bar. So open bar means I continuously feed my dog. So my helper approaches, open bar, I feed. And then I stop feeding when my helper walks away. So it's when the helper is at the cone, or whatever your target is, that you're feeding during. And it's when they walk away, you stop. Now, I prefer that my helper turns and walks away rather than backs up. It just creates a bit more of a context cue for our dogs that they are retreating. So the idea of this is my dog is starting to learn that when my helper approaches and stops, she gets fed continuously. So we start to build, for one, a positive association with that helper approaching, but also the anticipation that, gee, the helper stopped, where's my food? And that's when we start to build a look at the helper and then a look back at us. And this is going to depend on the individual dog as far as how quickly this happens. But you can see Sunday is starting to make the association that when the helper stops, she's going to be fed by me. Your helper is going to get closer just based on your dog's success. So if your dog is struggling for whatever reason, getting too excited or even nervous, you're going to have them move back. So you'll set this up based on your dog's needs and requirements. But this is our second step to mat work, where we open the bar when our helper stops at the station, and then we close the bar when they walk away, building a positive association to their approach.